What's good, Twitch? Filthy Kong is here for you. Sorry for the abrupt ending to yesterday's stream. I honestly wasn't really feeling too well towards the end of that Donkey Kong 64 stream, but you guys didn't really miss much. After I logged out and signed off of Twitch for that day, I just decided, what the hell. I'll just collect those 10 green bananas, and that way next Monday we can continue just heading straight into Frantic Factory, you know, where all the good stuff is. Now that the arcade game has been done, Jesus Christ. If y'all see how many clips there are of just that one part of the game, good God, it was a mess, I tell ya. And I know, skill issue everyone's gonna throw at me, but truth of the matter is, yeah, I just really am not a big fan of the classic DK arcade. Especially the fact that I have to do it not once, but twice. One for the golden banana, and then one for the mandatory Nintendo 64 coin. So, yeah, that's a big yikes, but oh well, it's been done, it's been dealt with, and you guys saw all of the pain and suffering that came with it. But now we move on to a different flavor of pain and suffering. We're here not to 100% a game, but to beat the game as fast as possible and as flawlessly as possible. That's right, we're back at Filthy's Hardcore Conquest, a derivative of Cranky's challenge from Donkey Kong Country 1. Those of you who do not remember, that is the challenge to beat the game in under an hour with only one life. I basically added 15 minutes to that time limit because Donkey Kong Donkey Kong Country 2 is a longer game than its predecessor, so I kind of just added that 15 minutes in there in case it really does end up taking over an hour to even get close to finishing the game. So, that being said, it's still all done under one life. So, that's where the bulk of the challenge really comes from. Honestly, the time limit's just there to prevent me from playing lame and careful the whole way through. And I actually have some urgency to beat the game quick. So that being said, let's get on with the schedule for this week, as it's still pretty early on in the week. So, here on the Filthy Kong channel, yesterday I played Donkey Kong 64, the VOD is still up on Twitch, and next Monday, the VOD will be on YouTube, as per usual. So, same goes for tonight's stream with Donkey Kong Country 2. As a matter of fact, a stream that I took off of Twitch was Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke that I did last week. Yeah, that one, I had to take the video off of Twitch early because, well, there was some audio bugs that made for a very unpleasant viewing experience, and I greatly apologize. Namely, the stinger transition between each scene. And the reason why, you're probably wondering, why is the stinger now muted? Well, that's basically the only solution I could really come up with for the audio issues that I've been dealing with. It was loud as hell and basically blasted your eardrums out every time I changed scenes. So in the edited version that's actually just dropped on YouTube, you'll notice it's a little awkward that there are no transitions, it just blips into the next scene. That is the reason why. And streams from then on, now I made sure that the stinger transition is muted, so that way, you know, it at least does not, you know, cause any hearing loss to any of my viewers, as if my screams of anger didn't already do that enough. Now then, Thursday, I'm going to be playing Banjo-Tooie. Going to be continuing where I left off on my 100% run. This time, we're in Jolly Roger's Lagoon, and already fought the boss battle, Lord Fact, in Atlantis, the underwater portion, and let's be honest, the real meat and potatoes of this level. But there's still so much more to explore under the depths of the ocean, thankfully with unlimited oxygen. So that being said, we got more underwater exploration to do in Banjo-Tooie. Then, Final Fantasy VII was left on a cliffhanger. Last time we left off, I infiltrated the Shinra building after they had done an atrocious crime of completely annihilating Sector 7 and all the innocent civilians that lived in it. So now, me and the other members of Avalanche have broken into their main building, also because we needed to rescue Aerith, who had been kidnapped by the executives at Shinra. So, we made it all the way to the top, and even met this weird cat-looking thing called Red 13. So, he can talk, and by cat I mean more like a tiger, big cat type of cat, but he can talk, and he seems nice enough. I mean, he's helping us out and joining the party. So, things escalated, I'll say the least. I won't really spoil too much in case you haven't already seen last week's stream. The VOD is still up on Twitch if you want to get yourself caught up on that, in case you missed out. As for part 1, that is on the YouTube channel right now, so I highly recommend that if you haven't kept up with my playthrough to this point, you should probably watch the previous 2 streams, though, yeah, they're both 4 hours apiece, so definitely quite the binge. But I assure you, it is worth it if you haven't kept up with the story to this point thus far, because boy, the reveal, or not reveal, but rather the relief of this cliffhanger that I left you guys on last week, it's gonna be worth it, I hope. Then we move on to Saturday night at 7 p.m. We're gonna continue the Pokemon Platinum version Nuzlocke Challenge. So that is, of course, going to do it for the week, but we still got 2 other streamers to talk about here in the Filthy Crew. We also got Pochi Mochi. He still has yet to stream this week, so all that you see on screen is still yet to happen. Tomorrow, all day is going to be Metroid Prime Remastered over on his channel. Then, Saturday, I'm going to be over on his channel from 3 to 6 as we continue our adventure in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Last time we left off, we picked up some momentum and even started hunting down some bigger monsters, namely Rathian, Lagiacrus. It started to pick up, I must say. We're really getting good, and I can only imagine things are going to keep on escalating from there as we now made it to Hunter Rank 2, with more monsters that await us, including new locales that we'll be visiting, like the Tundra and the Volcano. I suspect we're in for quite the treat. But then, oh wait, hold on. Silly as me, I didn't even talk about Sunday. Yeah, Pochi Mochi also on Sunday, all day he's going to be playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last time we left off, he made it to the Gerudo land, and got to meet some familiar faces as well as some relatives of said familiar faces, and now, without spoiling too much, as you definitely are going to want to catch up with this one, we're now dealing with a sand shroud, this big old sandstorm that has been causing some problems for the Gerudo people. We're going to go ahead and get to the bottom of that. But anyways, if you want to decide where Pochi Mochi goes next, I highly recommend you tune into his channel as the viewers get to choose the direction that this little mochi will be traveling to across the vast land of Hyrule. Now then, now we can talk about this yeehaw dude, Six Shot Eagle, who just played Empire Total War last night and earlier today was on his Call of Doomsday stream. I am proud to let you guys know that in case you guys missed it, Six Shot Eagle has VODs up on his channel again, so go ahead and check those out. You can go ahead and see some past streams, as well as some clips that we've been making, so go ahead, check those out whenever you feel like, but also upcoming on Thursday and Friday nights, he's going to be playing Far Cry 2 at 8:30. Note that every single time I have mentioned on this schedule is Pacific Daylight Time. So, if you're in any other time zone, please do the calculations at your own discretion. That being said, here it is, the whole crew. We're a little ways away into this week, but we still got 5 whole days of content left on this schedule here, so there's still plenty to look forward to. Any of them that catch your interest, I recommend you mark your calendar for it. But that is going to do it for the schedule. Now then, let's actually get straight into it now that all that has been done. And we're going to begin, not Cranky's, Filthy's Hardcore Conquest in Donkey Kong Country 2. Wow, a little bit of lag going on with these transitions. So as you can see, here I am playing on my Switch, and yep, this is 90, we have done 96 attempts at this, y'all don't need to see my mouse. Get that out of here. Anyways, oh, dang it, there we go. Now then, after all that weirdness, we're going to go ahead and start the 97th attempt overall, first of the day, and I gotta say, when I made it to my 100th attempt of Cranky's Challenge, I assure you I got a lot farther than just World 4. So, a little disappointed in myself, not gonna lie, but hey, you know, I'll take any progress today. I don't practice this game at all, so basically every attempt is more practice, as I have not played this game in a while. But before we start, here's a little hydration check for you fellas. Always stay adequately hydrated, fellas. It is summer, the temperature's picking up, so always make sure you drink enough water to stay healthy, alright? This has been a Kong service announcement. And that being said, 3, 2, 1, bacon. I don't know how many times, maybe someone should do a counter of how many times I use the word bacon to start off these attempts. But here we are back in Pirate Panic. Let's go on ahead, free up Dixie Kong, and bada bing. Always with these streams, you're gonna see that I'm like super energetic in the beginning. You know, it's like, oh yeah, let's go, new stream, let's get it done. But like an hour into this stream, oof. Let's see if I can keep that energy up, because good lord, this game, I still regard it as my favorite video game of all time. But sadly, even when you're playing an absolute masterpiece like Donkey Kong Country 2, the difficulty of this game can definitely suck the soul out of you if you're not careful. It's actually why I'm glad I don't really make this like a 4-hour stream like you've seen from my daytime streams. This is actually why I keep Donkey Kong Country 2 at night. And it's not because, you know, oh, I'm gonna pad this out because, you know, less stream time means fewer attempts per stream, meaning that it's gonna take longer to actually finish this game. But burnout is a thing, you know? If I get burnt out, let's just say at like the 2 or 3 hour mark of the stream, yeah, any future attempts after that are just probably not going to be super productive, because, like, it's... Hey, let's go! Thomas T-Bone, once again, 3rd raid recently. Good evening to you there, Thomas. Hope you're having yourself a good one. I believe the last 2 times you've raided me was, when I was playing Donkey Kong 64, so now here I am playing a different Donkey Kong game. Hope you're having yourself a good evening, and yeah, welcome to the Treehouse of Torture. Nighttime edition. Or, I say nighttime because it's 7 p.m. and, you know, definitely in other time zones it's definitely gonna be nighttime. But, as you can probably see from my webcam, there's still plenty of natural daylight actually pouring in. Of course, that's going to change as the stream progresses, because, I mean, the sunset has already begun. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. As soon as I grab the egg... Oh, no. Oh, this is going to slow me down a lot, isn't it? Ugh, I mean, 251, I'll take it, but that definitely was a bit of a bummer there. But anyways, Thomas, glad to see you again, man. I notice you really love rating my channel lately. I guess that is definitely quite the way to make an entry. I will say it's always welcome here. Always appreciate the love you guys give me. That's why I keep on doing these streams for you guys. But anyways, we're just cruising past Worlds 1 and 2 with not really a little, but more like a lot of help from the warp barrels that are just littered all over these 2 worlds. But hey, you've seen that even in 2 worlds where there's just nothing but warp barrels in every single one of them, I still find creative ways to mess it up, because that's just how I am. Oh, god dang it, I did not mean to go right when I was supposed to go left. Thankfully, you can't die in the overworld, but I swear, it feels like even my dumbass can find a way to pull that off. So yeah, you might notice that, you know, Treehouse of Torture is something I do mostly at night, but I also have the Monday afternoon one that's always Donkey Kong 64. That was actually a deliberate choice by me, because there are different types of tortures, and I'm going to go over each game I do on Treehouse and talk about why I do them at the time period I do. So Donkey Kong 64, plain and simple, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. It's all about collecting a ton of bananas, both colored bananas and golden bananas. Gotta get the medals, you gotta get the banana fairies, you have to get a battle crown. It's like, there's such a huge laundry list to do. And it's gonna be a long one, so I figure having more time to be able to stream the game is gonna be necessary, because if I didn't do 4-hour Donkey Kong 64 streams every week, I mean, I'll be here all summer trying to finish this damn game. Like, there's just that much to do. Meanwhile, the other 3 games I have on Treehouse at night specifically, I explained earlier about Donkey Kong Country 2 that I do this because burnout, you know, does come and get me, so I want to make sure that I'm at my most efficient each time I do an attempt of this, because, yeah, it does hurt my pride a little. I'm not afraid to admit it, but it does sting my pride. Ow. it does sting my pride when, I see 100 attempts go by and I'm barely past World 4, or I've never been past World 4. So, like, yeah, I feel like if I did lengthen the stream a bit, it could just lead to just, burnout killing a lot of my run. Because, let's just say 2-3 hours go by, I'm feeling dead on the inside, especially if some of the more heartbreaking deaths start happening. Like, what, Quasarclaw loves to clip the shit out of me? Thanks, Quasarclaw. If you're out there watching the stream, Quasar, just know that your work is very much appreciated. But still, though, like, you really love clipping my misery more than anything else on this channel, so I gotta say that definitely if some of those start happening, it can really drain the soul out of me, and the stream isn't fun anymore once I've gotten to the point where I'm feeling burnt out for the day, and because I know a lot of streamers can definitely go on for 4, 5, 6 hours. I've seen some that actually take pride in doing endurance streams that last, absolutely absurd amounts of time. But I'm definitely not the endurance streamer type. I can only do streams in short bursts where I give it my all, and that's why I usually cap myself out at just 4 hours at most, because that's really all I can handle, if I'm being real with you. So, that being said, the 4 hours that I do stream, I want to make sure that I give it my best and, put my best performance for you guys to make your 4 hours worth it. Because just as much as I'm taking 4 hours out of my day to stream games, I'm also asking my audience to take 4 hours out of their day to watch me play. So if I'm going to ask that much out of them, I need to put on the best show I can do. So that's why for games that can definitely be more draining, especially the Treehouse of Torture, I try to keep those streams shorter, because it's better to have less, like, I wouldn't say less, but like, it's better to have shorter streams of better content than to have long streams of me just being a speechless zombie in front of a camera, Like, no one likes to watch that. Like, you go on Twitch, you check out a streamer, and he looks dead on the inside, doesn't interact, doesn't really say anything, and is just... You're just basically watching a no-commentary video game playthrough at that point. I mean, that's not fun. That's not something you would go out of your way to watch, especially if you're, like, a huge fan of the game. Usually, you want to see other people's reactions to the game. You want to see, like, how they react. So if there's no reaction, there's no purpose. But, like I said, that doesn't really apply too much to games that aren't quite draining. That might have been a mistake. That was not a mistake. Alright, good. Ooh, you know what? I'll be patient. I'll be patient with this one. Alright, cool. Yeah, alright, cool. Got out of this one. So, looking at other games, like, I definitely feel like Persona 3 Portable is a game I want to move to the afternoon so that I have more time to play that. Because it does fit the bill of, being a longer challenge. It's more of a marathon than a sprint. But I'll be honest, when the game has all this motifs about full moons and, the dark hour always being at night, is like, it would just feel weird to stream Persona 3 during the day, because, like, it's a game that's so heavily focused on its nighttime aesthetic and theming. Oh, god damn it! That was a bad timing. Well, first death of the game, guys. Or first death of the day. Dang. That was just a poorly timed jump on my part. Not really much excuse I can give myself this time. Oh well, on to attempt number 98. Let's go ahead and get this going. I wonder if anything big is gonna happen when I finally hit the century mark on this, because that's quickly approaching. We're definitely hitting it on this stream for sure. So that being said, let's go ahead, attempt number 98, and to those of you who happen to be NFL fans and may have recognized the flames on my Filthy Kong logo, you can tell that I probably hold a high regard to the number 98. If you know, you know. But that being said, take a sip of water, and let's begin number 98. And 3, 2, 1, and I don't know what word. Oh, I'm stupid. I did not hit the freaking A button. Alright, screw it. Screw it, we ball. We still ball, alright? If I hit the timer first without hitting the button on my controller, you know what? It is what it is. I may have lost a few seconds, but it's alright. I'll be honest, the time limit isn't really that big of a concern, especially if I can make up for it by doing really well. But yeah, I'll be honest, you know, with all my failed attempts from the first game of Donkey Kong Country, when I did the Crankies challenge, literally every single fail came from me dying at some point. I don't think I've ever, I've never ran out of time. Like, running out of time, the only time it ever really started to become the slightest concern was on one of the, I believe it was one of my failed attempts, where I got really far, like I made it all the way to Platform Perils, and died in Platform Perils. Yes, that actually happened twice in one stream, might I add. It was just as agonizing as it sounds. So, like, getting all the way to the final level of the game in a one life run, only to die in the last level. Like, you should have seen the absolute emotional wreck I ended up being as a result of that. But that being said, yeah, time was slightly a concern. Like, it was like, okay, I'm a little past the 50-minute mark, and I still have 2 boss battles to do back to back. What? I jumped on that! Bull! Alright, well, that's a stinker. Definitely not gonna... unless I get super lucky with the egg RNG. That's not super lucky at all. That is the opposite of lucky. Alright, cool. Got one more hit. One more hit to go. Come on, man. Just let me have an egg I can hit you with. Oh. Yes! Actually, not bad. I did sort of make up for it. 248. Surprisingly, it's faster than my previous attempt today, so that's something to hang my hat on, I suppose. And I'm immediately going to lose that time I gained because I have to go forward and get myself some Diddy Kong, because this warp barrel is impossible to reach without Diddy. Or, yeah, I need both Kongs together in order to hit it. Yep, there we go. Requires some use of the team-up attack. But I'm actually glad I got Dixie Kong leading the charge, because you're about to see soon enough that having Dixie in the lead is actually going to be a pretty good thing. I believe it's specifically in Cannon's Claim where that comes in handy. If not, it was another level that's pretty close by. Actually, let's just use the ponytail hair here. Nice. Okay, oh no, I remember now. It was the, yeah, it was Lava Lagoon where that comes in handy. It's because as soon as you get out of the warp barrel... Ah, piss. It's because as soon as you get out of the warp barrel, you get put into this barrel cannon that's pointed right at the target. There is no avoiding it. Like, you have to go through the cutscene. So Dixie Kong's guitar playing animation is significantly shorter than the Diddy Kong boombox, so that's why it's good to have Dixie Kong leading at this point. But now we made it to the balloon one. The balloon level, yeah. Alright, now we just slowly drift our way to the right. Make sure there's still platform. Alright, good. Y'all have seen, I screwed up royally one time. I believe it was last time I played this. Where, like, I just said fuck it and jumped and threw Diddy in the air, only to find out I wasn't high up enough to do that. And it ended up in a pretty embarrassing death by falling into the lava because I let the hot air balloon drift to the right, thinking, I'm not even going to need that balloon anymore. Turned out, spoiler alert, I did need the balloon. So, now we made it to Cleaver, second boss of the game. Hopefully I can finish this one quick and maybe even regain some time. I mean, the whole strategy that has always been, you know, with my... Oh, god dang it. The strategy I've always employed was go fast. Go as fast as I can at the beginning. You know, Worlds 1 and 2, even a little into 3. And... Oh, dang it. There we go. Jeez. But yeah, as I was saying, go fast early on. Try to beat the early levels as quickly as possible. And once I reach the mid-section of the game, that's when I start to slow down a bit for the sake of just playing it more safe. Still keep a bit of urgency. Oh, damn it. Ugh. Died on the boss fight. Well, that sucked. Take another sip of water. No worries, we'll just... Okay, that was more than a sip, not gonna lie. But let's give it another go. This is the 99th attempt, so after this fail, we're hitting the century mark. Hooray! 100 attempts, 100 failed attempts at this challenge. Woo! Earlier, I had the splits, I had live split set so that it also showed how many successful attempts I've had. And I love that even after I erased all my attempts because new game, I'm playing a different game, it still kept that I had one success. And it's like, you know what? I actually kind of like that because, you know, it's a little constant reminder that it's like, you did beat the first game. That's why you're here in the second game. Alright, I lied. I'm taking another drink of water because I'm thirsty, y'all. It got pretty hot, and especially living, you know, in Southern California where the summers can get pretty hot. Yeah. So let's go on ahead and begin attempt number 99. Hopefully I can time it correctly. Make sure I hit the spacebar and the A button at the same time. 3, 2, 1, 99. Alright, nice. So yeah, looking at the other nighttime Treehouse of Torture, let's see, Pokemon Platinum version. That one, I'll be honest with you, Pokemon Platinum version and the other Pokemon games I've played before that, as I have played some other Pokemon games on this channel for that, I think it was Heart Gold that really made me want to move the time back to 7, but for an interesting reason, and that is because the emulator that I use to run the game, it uses my computer's time and date in order to use that for the DS time and date. But what that does is, the fact that I'm always streaming at night means that basically I'm just locked to only have nocturnal Pokemon. Like, any Pokemon that is diurnal exclusive or is easier to catch during the day than during the night, I'm basically locked out of those Pokemon. And in a rule where, you know, you can only catch the first Pokemon you see in a route, the fact that, you know, 9 times out of 10, that one Pokemon you get is another goddamn Hoot Hoot, it made the challenge, instead of a fun challenge, it just ended up becoming stupidly unfun. Because, like, I mean, I'm not gonna knock on Hoot Hoot and Noctowl, I love those Pokemon, but, like, only having those available to you, like, maybe you'll occasionally get a Spinarak, but having only Spinarak and Hoot Hoot as your only Pokemon that you can get, it's a frustrating amount of limitation that shouldn't be on my challenge, so I figured since the game decides that 8 p.m. is the cutoff point between day and night, I moved the stream back an hour so that when the stream starts at 7, I'm able to play the game and catch some diurnal Pokemon early in the stream, but then the clock strikes nighttime in the middle of the stream, allowing me to still have access to some nocturnal Pokemon, and actually added a bit more of a dynamic element to the stream. Is like, alright, if I want a diurnal Pokemon, I have to act very fast. I have to make sure that I don't waste time. I need to make sure I do my intro quickly, and I have to make sure I do basically everything early, so that way I have time to catch a Pokemon. But then if I come to an area where it's like, okay, maybe I need a Hoot Hoot, or I need a Spinarak, or let's just say something a little more interesting that pops up at night, like say a Ghastly, you know, then I could purposely wait a little bit before catching a Pokemon in a route to make sure that the nocturnal Pokemon I want to get is available. So that added a fun little dynamic, and then I just realized, you know what? 8 p.m. Pacific is, you know, not bad for, you know, those living in the Pacific time zone. But, like, 8 p.m. Pacific, what about the people who live on the East Coast, you know? Like, if you live on the East Coast of the U.S., that's, like, that's already 11 p.m. That is a ridiculous hour to begin a stream, let alone the fact that these streams usually last anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, so it's going to be way past midnight by the time the stream is over. So, that being said, that's why I decided to push it back to 7, and so far I must say, I actually kind of like the vibe going on here. If this was during my winter schedule of streaming, you would definitely see that it's just pure nighttime throughout the whole stream. But I kind of like the fact that because I'm doing this in the summer, you can see the dynamic change. And I use the word dynamic a lot, I'm sorry, but it really does feel cool that you see the start of the stream is like just natural daylight pouring into my room, and then as the clock keeps going by, you see it slowly starts to become an artificial light as, you know, the natural daylight goes away. I turn on the lamp, and now you see, you know, my usual nighttime setup. I think it's a cool thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just obsessed with day and night cycles in video games, and that's probably why I'm thinking too much into this. Alright, there we go. Alright, I gotta do this. I know I'm talking a lot of, you know, off topic, you know, not really talking much about the game, but like, I'll be honest, when you're literally 99 attempts into this challenge, there isn't really a whole lot to say about Worlds 1 and 2 of this game that haven't already been said in previous attempts. So, you know, if I do make it a little further, let's just say I make it to like World 4 today, you know, I know I've been to World 4 before on stream, but not very often, so I'll definitely have a bit more to say about the game. And obviously if I break a record, you know, a personal record, and I go for like World 5, or hell, crazy as it sounds for me to even suggest this, but imagine World 6? I make it to K. Rool's Keep? Ooh, boy, you're gonna see a whole different Filthy Kong. You're gonna see hype levels that you have not seen since I got to Chimp Caverns for the first time in the previous game. Because this is... I know it's not too huge of a challenge, like, professional speedrunners, they basically do this in their sleep, but to me it's very personal because when I was a little kid, growing up with Donkey Kong Country, this game really became a huge part of who I am as a gamer, and I don't know why I just did that, but no consequences. But anyways, Donkey Kong Country really shaped a lot of who I am as a gamer, and part of that identity is, I guess nowadays we call it try hard, but back then, having this competitive nature, the will to improve on my own abilities, it's like beating the game, defeating King K. Rool, that's not enough. Like, I can do better than that, and the constant drive to improve. I feel like these old games really baked that into, you know, who I am. And that's why when I play other video games, I bring that mentality into those. Like, Monster Hunter, for example, a completely different breed of game, and yet I bring the same energy because that's just how I am. And I have Donkey Kong Country to thank for that. So, the fact that I'm returning to the old school game that basically molded my brain into the way it is, and doing a challenge run that the game itself imposes on you by simply adding a throwaway dialogue from Cranky Kong, who just spouts out saying like, oh yeah, if I were playing, I would have beaten this game in less than an hour, and would only take me one life. It's like, it sounded so, I wouldn't call it obscure, but like, it sounded oddly specific, like, an hour? That sounds like a short time to beat the whole game, but, you know, it doesn't sound outlandish. It's not like he's saying something like, oh, I would beat this game in 5 minutes, or hell, even like, or 2 minutes, or something stupid like that. No, it feels grounded enough in reality to where it honestly makes you want to give it a try. And as my stream or I should say the stream highlight, as that's all that's left on my Twitch page, as the stream highlight can show you, oh yeah, 1 hour, that's very doable. And after actually pulling it off and, you know, doing the challenge, not gonna lie, I was hoping Cranky Kong would maybe have a new line of dialogue if you actually do complete the game under those conditions. Maybe he'd even move the goalpost and say, you still didn't collect everything. But, you know, or you still didn't go to every bonus level. Or what have you. Just something acknowledging that you did it would have been nice, but honestly, even if it's just for personal bragging rights, I'm still happy to have done this challenge, especially knowing that my older brother, Pochi Mochi, has already completed this challenge on his own a long time ago, might I add. Like, he did this when he was 10 years old. I was a literal infant back then. So, and the worst part for him is, when he did the challenge and he succeeded, it was 100% just an achievement for him. You know, he got to see himself do it, and, you know, he didn't have an audience, he didn't have, you know, fanfare. When I did the challenge, I chose to do it live in front of a camera. It's like, I decided to live stream it and have an open Discord voice call with my friends, who all celebrated my success. And it felt magical when I completed the run, because, you know, hearing Dominic and Sebastian and the other fellas all, you know, cheering me on, and then having my brother Pochi Mochi actually physically walk into my room and give me a hug as I relish in my victory. It was such a surreal experience that he sadly never got to experience when he first beat the game. That's what made it very personal to me. So, well, yeah, I'm not gonna call myself the most skilled gamer to ever live, and I never will be, but this is a personal challenge that I take very seriously, that, you know, I want to be able to accomplish. Now, you could also argue that only applied to the first Donkey Kong Country, Filthy Kong. You don't need to go any further, you don't need to prove anything else. What needed to be proved has already been proved, but again, that's just how I am. That's how I roll, is like, I can achieve great things, for sure, but I can always do better. I can always find ways to one-up myself, and that drive to do that is honestly what makes gaming so much fun for me. Honestly, I did not expect this stream to, you know, for me to decide, you know what, let's talk a little about the more personal side of gaming, but, you know, being a game that I hold to such a high respect, you know, it's an amazing platformer, the music is, you know, the greatest I've ever listened to, and, you know, like, I can go on and on and on about just how much I love this game. But in the end, showing that by doing this type of challenge is what makes it all the more satisfying for me. And holy crap, I just made it to Slime Climb. The level that I absolutely loathe with every fiber of my being. Yeah, this level's a boogeyman for sure. I'm not even gonna bother with the Kong letters, because there's no point. All the Kong letters do is give you an extra life, and, you know, seeing that this is a one life run, that is just straight up useless. Because if I die, I just have to start over from the beginning and technically create a new save file. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, cool. Woo! Whoa. Alright. Bam. Cool. Do the slippy slide. Okay, then there's this part where I gotta climb the ropes. I know you can tell that I've definitely shut up a little more now that, you know, it's getting to the part I loathe. You know, it's like, oh boy, this is the tough level. This is the part that's gonna kick my ass if I'm not careful. Oh, man. Honestly, I don't even care about the bonus level that this leads to. I just use that cannonball as protection. Oh, there we go. That slime climb cleared. Dang. Let's go. That level has gotten the best of me too many times. And now on to Bramble Blast, the level you see on my overlay right here. So that's how I know that today made some very nice progress. The fact that, yeah, here I am, Bramble Blast. Is it, you know, super far into the game? Not really, but I'll be honest with you, this level also contains quite some significance. Not for me, but for a certain Mochi. Oh, speak of the devil and he shall arrive. What is good, Pochi Mochi? And 6-shot Eagle's here too! It's the internet checkpoint! Yes, yes it is the internet checkpoint. You know this level all too well. Oh snap, didn't mean to go there. So yeah, you guys didn't miss a whole lot. It was an okay first couple attempts, but oh wait, no, that's the wrong way. I actually want that arrow barrel. There we go. There we go. Hey! Alright, and bam, bam, and bam, bam. Oh, crap! No! Ah, two back-to-back bad timings. Too early. Oh, well, there goes that run. That was going pretty well up until then. But anyways, welcome Pochi Mochi and 6-shot Eagle to the Treehouse of Torture. We're gonna go ahead. You guys actually came in just in time because, fellas, we've done it. Gonna take a sip of water. And exactly at 8 p.m. too. It's here, fellas. We've hit the century mark. 100th attempt at Filthy's Hardcore Conquest. This is my 100th attempt at this challenge. And I gotta say, not too great for a 100th. Well, I haven't even started the 100th attempt yet, but up until this point hasn't been too fantastic. It would be absolutely hilarious if all the build-up and I end up dying in World 1. But, you know, anything can happen. It's a new run, a new save file, so you never know what to see here. But this marks, yeah, the 100th attempt. So exactly 100 attempts ago was my successful attempt at Donkey Kong Country 1's Cranky's Challenge. Crazy to think that even after all the celebration and all the fanfare, putting the highlight on Twitch and uploading the highlight reel on YouTube, and that wasn't enough for me. I just wanted more. I was hungry for more challenge in the treehouse. And boy howdy, I wanted more challenge, and I sure as hell got it. So that being said, here it is, Filthy's Hardcore Conquest, attempt number 100. 3, 2, 1, Century Time! Have no idea how this run could go, as I never do at the start of any run, but let's hope something magical happens here, fellas. 100. So yeah, this challenge does mean a lot more to me than honestly. This means more to me than any of the other challenges I got. Not saying the other challenges don't mean anything to me. Like, I absolutely love my Orpheus only challenge in Persona 3, or like my 100% collectathon, or my Nuzlocke, but like, this is not a challenge that you see often on the internet. Well, it does happen on the internet, but like, this is a challenge I didn't get from the internet, like the Nuzlocke or, you know, the 100%. But this is a challenge that came straight from the game itself. And even though I'm playing the sequel to that game, a sequel that doesn't contain anything of the sort, like, this is just me going extra. But honestly, that's just the most Filthy Kong thing for me to do, is to just go extra, because that's just how I am. That's just how I'm wired. And it's actually this game, well, actually it's the predecessor to this game, that made me that way, you know? It was the original Cranky's Challenge that made me want to be the best at what I can do. And I know I'm not the best, but that's what makes it all the more interesting. Like, in just about any game, in any multiplayer game I've ever played, I feel like I'm in that awkward zone where I'm too good to... Hey! Quinny the Gamer 1991 with a rate of 4, second rate of the day. What is up? Hey, man. I know it's been a while since I've tuned in to one of your streams, but how are you doing, man? Oh, snap, I didn't even realize that was the 4th hit. Hakuna Matata, hey! Showing the love from Quinny the Gamer. How you doing, man? Always happy to see you on my streams, and hope you've been having yourself a good one. Bring in the rate of 4. Doing good, bro? Hey, that's awesome. I'm doing pretty damn good too myself. It's been quite the amazing summer for me. Hey, Pochi Mochi greeting our returning friend, as a matter of fact, because we have definitely seen Quinny the Gamer here before. He has brought the good vibes before. And hell, I've even showed up to one of his streams and said hello. So Quinny, nice seeing some returning faces. Bring in a raid of 4. I love Donkey Kong. Hey, that's awesome. I noticed that, if I remember correctly, yeah, the last time you were here doing a raid on my channel was also Donkey Kong Country 2, wasn't it? Or was it a different Donkey Kong game that I was playing? Either way, I know I was definitely playing a Donkey Kong game last time you were here. So, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're enjoying your stay. And you've showed up at just the right time, too, because this is what I call Filthy's Hardcore Conquest, the challenge where I have to beat this entire game of Donkey Kong Country 2 in less than an hour and 15 minutes with only one life. And this is officially my 100th attempt at this challenge. I don't know, I feel something in me that's telling me this has the potential to be magical. This has the potential to be truly a special run. And it might end in heartbreak, as usually long runs usually end up if there's no cigar, but definitely the euphoria of making it past the toughest levels this game has to offer. I feel like this is one of those nights. This is gonna be one of those special nights where something amazing's gonna happen. Or like I said, I could just die to boss 2 and it could just be any other attempt in the books. But hey, you know. Ready for football, bro? You know what? Yes, I actually am pretty excited for... Oh, dang it, I threw it over his head. Or, not his head, but I threw it over him. Oh, man. Alright, I'll just wait till after he throws 3 fireballs. There you go. But yeah, to answer your question, Quinny, yes, I actually am pretty excited. Got some Year 2 players on my team that I'm looking forward to seeing enter their sophomore year. Namely, Traylon Burks and Chiga Okonkwo, the wide receiver and tight end, respectively. I mean, those two, it just feels like a breakout year is coming for them. And, hey, listen, any players, we get any dynamic playmakers on offense, it would truly help this team a lot, because as far as defense is concerned, I think this team is just fine on defense. One of the best rushing defenses, managed to shore up the pass defense, so it's like, it's not the ability to prevent points being scored, it's can this team score points. And with hopefully the emergence of 2 players that I've been really looking forward to seeing, maybe that might happen. Maybe that might actually happen. But either way, pretty excited nonetheless. So, football season's got me hyped. But as for this game here, though, hey, listen, I made it to World 3. That's already a little better than most of my other runs before, so I gotta say, not too shabby, number 100. But if I can make it past this world, now we're really talking something special going on here. As most of you guys will remember, this is Boogie Land. This is the boogeyman that has really gotten in my way time and time again. I don't know what is up with World 3, but World 3 just seems to get the better of me more often than not. So, I'm hoping I can get past this. Oh god. Alright, cool, he fell in the water. You know what? I'm gonna just do this. Oh! Oh no! No! You gotta be kidding me! I got freaking pushed into the water by a Kremling that just respawned. Oh, that is... Oh my god, that out of all the ways I could have died this run, just like that, the century run is over. Dang, that, wow. That hurt a lot. Oh man. I love your streams, bro. Hey, I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Glad to see that, you guys love watching my show. Well, there goes attempt number 100, but hey, listen, I never expected to beat the game on my 100th attempt. I believe it was like my 300th or something run when I finally beat Donkey Kong Country 1. But that being said, let's go ahead and start 101, shall we? I mean, not really much else to do, but just give it another go. So here we go, the 101st attempt overall. So 3, 2, 1, Dalmatian. Wow, but seriously though, like, I see the Kremling off screen, falls into the water. Falls into the swamp water. And I'm thinking, alright, cool, but there's still one more. So I bonk him on the head, but as the camera pans ever so slightly to the left, there he is. And here's the thing that you guys are probably wondering. Those Kremlings make a distinct sound effect when they pop out of their barrel and they're ready to start charging you. How did you not hear that? Well, let me tell you. These headphones are just for decoration. Okay, not exactly. I can definitely hear the raid alert that just went down, but I'm actually not able to hear the game audio because sadly the way I have my stream set up, yeah, that's just not something I have right now. So you guys get to hear the game audio on the capture card, but I'm not listening to the game audio, and as such, that's actually one rare instance where not having access to the game audio actually killed my run, because if I would have heard that little sound effect, the little sound cue that he was coming after me, I would have remembered to jump, but sadly, it is what it is. The century run ends abruptly in World 3, but that's alright because we have attempt number 101. And if that goes wrong, we got number 102 and 103 and so on. And listen, we can all celebrate the double century mark whenever we get to that point. When we reach the 200, so that's another something we can celebrate, I suppose, when we get to that point. But yeah, Quinny, it is definitely sad when it happens. There is definitely a long list of some of the most heartbreaking losses I've taken on this challenge, and also the previous challenge of Cranky's challenge, because that has its handful of heartbreaking defeat. What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The one time where Diddy holding the egg in front of him ends up being his undoing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The RNG is bogus right now. There we go. Now I have to hit him one more time. Hopefully I can get an egg I can actually pick up. Okay, good. Dang, that took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. That is painfully slow. I don't know. I know I call it RNG all the time, but to this day I still don't know if it is truly random, or if there's like a technique of where I'm supposed to stand where it will give me a throwable egg. But if there is a technique to it, I don't know the technique, and sadly that's what's holding me back from really beating this challenge quicker, or at least getting past Crow quicker. Because, that's not even a skill issue anymore. That's just straight up, the game doesn't feel like allowing you to play. And it's just nothing but waiting. Just waiting for something good. There we go. But anywho, made it to this warp barrel at least. Bang. Alright. Alright, into the Lava Lagoon. Glad to be starting as Dixie for this one, because then I can do this. There we go. Makes things a lot easier to land that, because let me tell you, the platforming as Diddy for that one is surprisingly tricky. The uneven terrain, because as you can see, like, you see the wooden boxes are the main platform, but then there's the steel kegs that are also part of the ground, and those are like slightly lower than the wooden crate platforms, so it creates this uneven terrain where you can't really get a whole lot of momentum doing the roll. And then just it gets weird. There we go. But that is the hot air balloon level done. Red hot ride. And then there's this one that's pretty easy to get as either Kong, to be quite honest. Yeah. But anyways, how's the stream, guys? I hope the stream quality is still up there, because last Monday was pretty rough. My stream dropped a lot of frames and even ended up disconnecting altogether. So, I know that hasn't happened to me since, but, you know, I'm still very cautious or conscious of, you know, is it dropping frames? Is it lagging? Is it difficult to watch? So I'm always asking for you guys' input because I want you guys to have the best stream that I can provide. And I know that my technology just isn't really the best to get it done. So hopefully you guys are getting a good high quality stream. It's fine. It's fine for me, bro. Glad to hear that. I'm glad it is. I hope it stays that way for the rest of the day, because I just want, you know, the only thing for you guys to focus on is my pain and suffering and my failure to get the job done. Like, I don't need the focus to shift to, oh no, it's lagging, or oh no, it's dropping frames and cutting off. Look at Diddy just casually juggling as soon as I beat the boss. The way this game manages to keep its silly, cartoony atmosphere while still, like, taking a darker tone compared to the first game is what makes Rare so good at their craft back in the day. Like, they were able to make it clearly a darker atmosphere because it's like, yeah, you're now invading enemy territory. This is the land of the Kremlings. This ain't your Congo jungle that you're used to. And yet it still keeps the same charm of the Donkey Kong series. Like, I swear, Rare was on top of their game in the 90s. There we go, there we go. Ooh, almost hit the B. Have to be a little more careful with that. Should definitely be more cautious of where I'm going. Alright, that's going to be that. That's going to do that. And this is going to be the... Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is the part where I died. This is the part where... Yeah, that freaking Kremling bumped me into the swamp water. I swear that... I better not get shoved into the primordial soup again, because that was not fun at all. Like, for that to be what ends the century run, I'm still salty about the way that went down. It's like I set foot in Boogie Land, don't even make it a single level into World 3, and just get rocked like that. Alright, but now I gotta make sure I swim past these mean old fish. So glad that this anglerfish doesn't blind you anymore whenever you turn around. Ooh, okay, I had to do a little bit of careful maneuvering there. Alright, gotta be quick, gotta be quick. I realize that with this level in particular, the more you hesitate, the harder it gets. Like, this level is meant for you to not hesitate at all. But also you have to be, cautious enough to know, not to run straight into danger. But, like, if you keep dilly-dallying, if you keep on being overly cautious and, not wanting to advance out of fear of taking damage, you ultimately end up pinning yourself against the wall where more enemies start showing up and the screen starts getting cluttered with all these enemies all over the place, and it just becomes an absolute nightmare to navigate. So it's like, yeah, just keep moving forward. That is how you beat this level. Like, as you can see, I could have stopped and been more careful to make sure I don't get blown up by those pufferfish, but it's like... But the way the projectiles come out, they come out in such a way where it doesn't catch you off guard. They fire off in directions where you're not immediately swimming towards. And as such, it gives you enough of a reaction time to know not to just swim straight into danger. So if you get hit by those, that's clearly a skill issue on your part. And not the game up. How did I do that? I was clearly underneath him. That should have got me. That should have made me take damage and lose Dixie Kong. That was a weird interaction, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend like I deserved to come out of that one unscathed. Let alone actually defeat the Kremling that was jumping up on top of me. Alright, there we go. I know these dragonflies are meant to be, kind of pseudo-platforms, because, you're gonna be, this level has to be doable as both Dixie and Diddy. You can't just make it a Dixie Kong exclusive. But at the same time, Dixie Kong's ponytail ability is just so broken. It's just so good. You just fly over good parts of the level. Granted, you do need a vantage point. Like, you do need some elevation in order to pull that off. But still, it's kind of cheesy how you can get past certain parts of the level just like that. Where it's clearly meant to be a difficult platforming challenge. Granted, this game throws enough challenge at me as is. So we're back here again in Rattle Battle. I remember this level used to be tough for me to complete, but I started to figure this level out. Not saying I'm perfect at it by any stretch of the imagination, but like, I have a feel for it. I understand how this level is meant to be played. It's like, this actually lines up perfectly with my strategy for this challenge. Is just, you start off fast, you go guns blazing, you go super speed through this game, but as you reach World 3, you slowly start to... That scared the bejesus out of me. You could tell from my voice that... my heart skipped a beat there. I was like, oh no. No. But it's like, okay, cool, I landed safely. Thank goodness, because that almost spelled disaster in the blink of an eye. Ooh, let's go. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Okay, no, I shouldn't try it. I was wondering if I could immediately get to the barrels. There we go. There we go. Hey, I had to make sure I short hop because I didn't want to hit that that barrel cannon. Alright fellas, we made it to Slime Climb again, the level that I hate. So yeah, I gotta start hitting the focus button. Cause now this is the part where the game is like, alright, we're gonna pick it up a notch. It's like, you've had it too easy for too long. Hold on, can I even make it here? Yeah, let's go. Wait, hold up. Shortcut! It's not a warp barrel, but it helps. Hey. Alright, and then, yep, hug the left side of that. There we go. I'll wait till you two jump off. Oh, dang it, there we go. I was a little concerned the moment he didn't immediately start climbing that rope and just fell on down, but fortunately I managed to get past that. Alright, cool, and go away. Alright, protection cannonball, let's go. Alright, and bam. Good. Keep going. Okay, and boom, let's go! Slime Climb cleared. Made it back to Bramble Blast, everybody. That's what I like to see. Alright, this is the part where you go diagonally to the right, and yep, there we go. No! Oh my god, that nearly went catastrophically. Wait, hold on. I'm supposed to go this way, right? There it is. Oof. Not gonna lie, not having Diddy, like being down a Kong definitely does crank up the anxiety of this level. Oh. It's like when you do have Diddy, or when you have both Kongs, I should say, actually. Because if you're missing a Kong, oh yeah, the anxiety kicks up 1,000-fold. I hope to find the Kong barrel. Yes, there we go. Alright. Anuses unclench, everybody. Oh, the relief of having Diddy back. Aha! I knew you were going to hit me with that claptrap jump scare. I'm going to slowly descend. There we go. Alright. Alright, I see where I have to go. Yep. Just remember, the key to this level is follow the bananas. The bananas guide you the right way. And sure enough, here we are. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? A. Made it to boss 3. Let's go. Alright. Gotta jump there. I jump here. Alright. As long as I don't mess it up with Dixie Kong, this shouldn't be too hard. This boss is not hard if you don't mess up early. Because if you mess up early, the panic button really gets the better of you. So just preventing yourself from making a mistake early in this fight is the key to... Shit. Ooh, nice recovery! Dang, you see right there, the panic button started to settle in, but as you can see, I quickly got myself out of there. Woo! Alright. Whoa! Yeah, there we go. Gotcha. Alright. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then here, you can have this. Alright, cool. I gotta... There we go. Whew. I don't need to do the ponytail hair spin, but it does help with my timing. Let's go. Boss 3 cleared. Let's go. Alright. Now on to Crazy Kremland. We made it to Hornet Hole, guys. You remember this level during the winter time. That was pretty rough on yours truly. Now you're going to see a shift in gameplay strategy. Now this is where I'm going full on into my... Ooh. That almost went bad. My defensive strategy of... Alright. We're past the halfway mark of the game. This is the part where I'm going to slow down. I'm going to slow down and try not to mess up. I don't like how long it took me to get here, but you know what? I'm here. That's all that matters. There we go. There we go. Alright. Have to make sure that I don't get hit by no bees, because yeah, this level, I know they introduced the spider as like a power-up. Squidder the spider is meant to help you and be like this animal buddy, but like, let's be real, he's basically mandatory in this level. You lose him, this level becomes so much harder. There we go. Gotta go fast. That was the mentality. That was the strat. But now, the strat is a little different. Now it's all about don't fuck it up. Alright. There we go. Now, if there's a game you really want to see me say gotta go fast, I already announced this earlier, so it's no problem, but y'all should really check out my Pizza Tower stream that I have planned for you guys. Alright, no way to avoid the cutscene, no problem. Yeah, I plan to play Pizza Tower as soon as I finish, Banjo-Tooie. So as soon as the Banjo-Tooie 100% run is complete, yeah, I'm moving on to Pizza Tower, guys, and that's a game where you're really gonna see me say, gotta go fast. Because that's what that game is all about, is just go fast, eat ass. Like, that is the mentality when you're an anxious Italian chef who is looking to save his restaurant from getting blown up by a sentient pizza. With an evil mustache, might I add. Alright, cool. No, why'd I do that? No, I didn't want the bonus level. That's slowing me down. Alright. let's skip the bonus level. Alright, I don't know if that actually sped me up, or... Hold on, did I do something optimal? I don't know how far ahead I moved on, but, That's another we take those. Listen, if I didn't die, it's not that bad. If I did die, it's literally the end of the world. That's how it is here on this challenge. If something weird happens, but I'm still alive, I'm cool with it. Whew! That jump is always a hard one to make. Along with that one. And that one. Jeez, that's right. That's quite the series of difficult jumps to make. But hey, lo and behold, we made it to the end of the first roller coaster ride, and we make it to Bramble Scramble. Alright, and there we go. Alright. Now this is where it really starts to get hard. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is the part with Squawks the parrot. Right, gotta get used to the egg firing mechanics. A rareware bird companion who can help you fly and spit egg projectiles to defeat enemies. You'll love to see it. Whoa, okay. Alright, gotta be very careful not to make a big mistake. Alright. Oh no! Oh, I should have been more careful there. Alright, I lost Dixie. Okay, we're going up here and gonna be very careful here. Alright, cool. Nice. Alright, can I get Dixie back? No. Alright, but I made it to the halfway point. Oh, okay, go. Alright, cool. Got Dixie Kong back, guys. The anuses are unclenched once... Okay, never mind. They are clenched tight. Oh, boy. Ooh. Alright, I am very careful here. There we go. Hey! That's what I wanted to do. Ooh, there we go. Squawks again. Bird Up. The worst show on television. Okay, I don't want that. Yes! Alright. I got Diddy. Alright. Oh, this is the part where the bees are... Yep, we're gonna follow them. Follow the bees. Follow the circling bees. I know they're actually wasps, but I call them bees. Alright. There we go. Alright, gonna fly over you. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, gotta follow you guys going to the left this time. There we go. No! Oh, dang it. Alright, I'm gonna be very slow and steady. Ah, yes! Woo! Let's go! Alright, Bramble Scramble complete. We make it to Rickety Race, everybody. And we get Dixie Kong back. Alright, let's go. I don't even care if I win the race. I just need to be alive. Oh, who am I kidding? You already know my competitive nature ain't gonna let me handle anything but first. You already know I am hitting the accelerator. Let's go. 6th place already. Alright. Easy go. No. There we go. Alright, slowing down a bit. There we go. No! No! I jumped too early! No! Oh! Damn it! No! Oh, that one hurt even more. That one really sucked. Oh man. I was getting too fidgety and I just jumped when I didn't need to. Oh no, that one hurts. Well, fellas, I'm gonna take a very quick 10-minute break. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, fellas? Just give me a moment and I'll be back to continue on with attempt number 102. Alright? So don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys later. Alright everybody, I'm back. Hope I wasn't keeping you guys waiting too long. And oh boy, there it is everybody. Quasar Claw, the clip artist. And there it is. Yep. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before you showed yourself here again, Quasar Claw. This is the perfect challenge this is the perfect challenge run for you to show up and work your magic. How have you been, man? I was wondering when you were going to show up to the party, man, because Quinny the Gamer 1991 was up here lighting it up with a raid of 4 earlier before you got here. But anyways, let's go on ahead and bring on attempt number 102. And hey, listen, when you collect every single bonus level in Creme Coin in this game and beat it, you do get the 102%. So you know what? Maybe 102 is the magic number. Oh, you've been here! Oh! So you're just sitting in the corner, not even saying hello to our dear friend Quinny the Gamer who decided to say Hakuna Matata earlier? You couldn't be bothered to join into the vibes? Man, what is wrong with you, Quasar Claw? I kid, of course. But that being said, let's go on ahead and start attempt number 102. 3, 2, 1, a 102. I don't got anything fun to say about it here. Bada bing. Still though, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. It's been quite the energetic ride here. From the 100th century run being an absolute bust, to say the least, to that pretty long run that ended with a stupid mistake of me jumping sooner than I had to. Really goes to show you just how easy it is to mess up a challenge like this. Like, I was playing pretty well up until that point, but all it took was one measly mistake to derail the whole challenge. The whole run just had to start all over again. Because it do be like that. But then again, that's what you guys sign up for when you come and check out the Treehouse of Torture. You guys want to see all the pain, all the suffering, because that's what it's all about up in here. That's why we call it the Treehouse of Torture. It wouldn't be a Treehouse of Torture if there was no torture. Looking at you there. Oh, who am I kidding? All the treehouses bring some kind of torture. Oh boy! Finicky barrel cannon doesn't want to work. There we go. That barrel cannon just appears when it feels like it. That is the most inconsistent warp barrel I've ever dealt with. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Why? Because Rare decides it. But that being done, that's already over with. We're already about to wrap up World 1 anyway, so who cares? On to Crow's Nest. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Not ideal to be starting this boss fight, especially if I get bad RNG. Like, if I get half-decent RNG, I might do alright, but... Oh, and then there's a bad bounce there. I realize there is a technique to the bounce. When you jump off of the egg, you want to quickly start drifting to the left so that you don't hit the crow. Oh, what is this? Good RNG to put me ahead? When does that ever happen? What? Well now, on to Hothead. I need to get Diddy back. Alright, well, got Diddy back. At least that's done with. And did I make it in? Yeah, there we go. I do like the fact that every warp barrel has this exclamation point made out of bananas to let you know, like, whoa, you found something really cool. Alright, on to Cannon's claim. This level ain't too bad. This one's just... This one's just basic all-around platforming till you reach this part here. A little bit of barrel cannon action, a little bit of team-up attack. Overall, it's just another warp barrel level to get to, so... Whoa, I did not mean to go up to Funky's there. I think that's like the first time that slip of the finger has ever happened. I usually, when I mess up that trying to get to the next level... Okay, that was weird and definitely scary. Usually I end up going backwards, you know, not up. So that's a new one. Alright, now on to Red Hot Ride. This one's not too bad either, just gotta do a little bit of balloon hopping. Actually, I could just fly. But anyways, Quasar Claw, now you got me curious. When did you start tuning in? Were you here, like, at the beginning of the stream? Or were you here, like, a little while ago? How long have you been around here today? Alright, and there we go, bada bing. And thus ends the natural daylight. As you can see, it is officially nighttime now. At least here on the West Coast. I know definitely from the time the stream started, it was already nighttime on the East. But, you know, summer, the sun actually stays around really long, especially, you know, with daylight savings also adding to that. Honestly, feels like daylight savings during the summer is just overkill. I get it's necessary during the transitioning of, you know, spring and autumn. But during summer, it's overkill. There's already lots of daylight. You don't need to save more. Somewhere at the beginning, alright. Did you at least see the failure that went down on the Sentry run? Because if so, I got another question for you. If you did see the Sentry run, why didn't you clip the ending? It was the haha funny. Nah, just pulling your leg there. Just giving you a hard time because, you know, I know you work very hard to clip all my content, and honestly, you do huge favors for just preserving some of the older streams, especially the ones that, you know, I never saved the VODs for back in the day. Oh, let's go. Speeding up even more. 6:37 to finish the second boss. I'll be real with you, Quasar. Because of your work of clipping my content, you really do help me out a lot with making, especially like the YouTube shorts and the TikTok videos. You really do help a lot in helping me keep this content that, you know, Twitch definitely wouldn't be bothered to keep any of this content on for any more than, like, at the time that I started streaming it was 14 days, but now it's only 7 days. Like, once a stream's been up for 7 days, it's just gone. Oh, dang it. I thought I could get past that little ledge. Oh well. Woo, dang, nearly ran straight into that bee there. Yay, got an extra life. Not like I'm actually gonna use it. Alright, there we go. More amazing barrel cannons. Woo. Alright. Now onto this one. I know this barrel cannon has gotten the better of me before. But not today! Not today, Satan. We getting past the Barrel Bayou there in this one. But now it's on to this underwater BS. Wait, hold on. There was some stuff above. I wonder if that actually is a faster route. Because if it is, I definitely am going to have to give that a shot. Because, listen, if there's any amount of time I'm able to save, you know I have to go for it. Like, that's not even an option. Or that's not even a question. Like, if I can save time in any way, shape, or form, I have to. Because you've seen, you know, World 3 definitely does take a lot more time, obviously, than the other first two worlds put together. Because, well, for one, I don't have warp barrels to carry me. But also just the fact that these levels are significantly harder, and we get to the point in the playthrough, or yeah, in the speedrun, where I actually kind of have to slow down a little bit to make sure I don't die, because I'm not skilled enough to go super fast and, you know, not have to deal with split-second reaction moments. It's like, sorry, I actually have the normal reaction time of a human and not, you know, this insta button press god. Alright, cool, made it. Alright, and bam. Alright, we are 10 minutes and 15 seconds into the run. So far, so good. I don't believe I'm doing particularly slow. And of course this level... Ooh, there we go. There we go, alright. With Dixie Kong, a lot of this level is going to be a piece of cake. Basically all it's going to boil down to is, do I have a moment where I slip my finger, you know? Like, if a slip of the finger can definitely spell doom. But, as long as none of that happens, this level doesn't particularly cheese. There isn't really anything particularly cheesy about this level, so thank the Lord for that, because that's the last thing I need is some cheese to start causing me some problems in my run. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that one. No! I lost Dixie! Oh, this level's gonna get a lot tougher now. Now I actually have to platform? No. Oh. I guess not. I guess that that panic got blown out of proportion. Especially since I made it to Rattle Battle, the level that instantly gives me my DK barrel at the start. That's something good. Alright. This level is just not that much trouble for me anymore. Like, I will probably die a couple more times on this level sometime in the future. But it's not going to be to the point where it's going to end like every single run or, you know, whatever. It used to cause serious issues for me. And that's very fortunate, because there was a time when Rattle Battle was a pain in the ass for me to have to deal with. And believe me, Quasar Claw definitely remembers those moments fondly, because boy are those easy opportunities for clips. Like, this level was a clip factory for him at one point. No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, there we go. Hey! Got it back. Got my health back. Alright, I see you posted something there, Quasar. I'll check it out in a second, because boy, is this stretch of the level tough. There we go. No, that one sucked. Alright, let's go. With the amount of cheese you had on yesterday's stream, you probably need a break. You don't know the half of it. Actually, you do, because you were here. That got me? What? I thought I jumped on him! I swear, you jinxed it, Quasar. You jinxed it right when you said that I got cheesed. In the level that has probably some of the least cheese in it. Well, there goes that. And there's the piranha plant emojis. There's his signature. Well, 102 was a bust. Let's go ahead and start attempt number 103. Alright? So we're going to go ahead and begin that in 3, 2, 1, 103. Yeah, that DK Arcade game, that DK Arcade machine in Frantic Factory of DK64, oh yeah, that one shed some years off of my lifespan, I will say that much. I definitely feel like I grew several gray hairs that day, and the fact that I actually genuinely needed to log off for my health, it's like, no, yeah, that was bad. Like, I was really having me a hard time. And I genuinely was starting to get a headache and even feel a little sick. I was like, yeah, no, I need to lay off before this game kills me. Because y'all already know that with how ridiculous this game is going to spike my blood pressure, yeah, that might end up being a real possibility later on. Especially since we haven't even gotten to Beaver Bother. If you don't know what that is, you're gonna... Oh, dang it! I did not want to do that. I wish it was like DKC1 where, you know, as soon as you beat the level, it just scrolls on to the next, like you see the Kongs walk to the next level. Because, man... I never made that mistake once in DKC1, but because they changed it a little bit for DKC2, now I'm making that mistake all the time. Okay, not all the time, but like frequently enough where it's starting to get a little bit on my nerves. Like it's like, okay, this is becoming a little too frequent of an occurrence. Alright, well, made it back to the Crow's Nest, 208, yeesh, not fantastic, not too great. Alright, there we go. Let's actually swap over to Dixie Kong, so that way I can head into Hothead Hop with Dixie Kong, because Crocodile Cauldron is just better when you lead with Dixie. Oh! Good RNG! Wow! Can I get another one, please? No. Can't have nice things in this world. There we go! I didn't know whether or not that egg collided with the other egg. Oh, it's my fault? Ooh, look at Quasar Claw getting all defensive about the jinx. You're the one who's like, yeah, he's had enough of cheese after yesterday's stream. And then the Donkey Kong gods were like, oh yeah? Watch me. I can spawn cheese out of a level where there's no cheese. And to those who are not too brushed up on their gaming vocabulary, probably wondering what the hell does a dairy product have anything to do with my performance in a Donkey Kong game? Yeah, that's it's kind of a little figure of speech we often use whenever absolute bullshit catches you off guard. But of course, this is a family-friendly fucking stream, so we can't really say any of those dirty words. So that's why we just gotta say stuff like cheese, because, you know, it is what it is, and plus there is a cheese emoji, so I guess you could spam that shit in the chat the moment some kind of tomfoolery occurs. Alright, just blazing my way through Crocodile Cauldron. Let's go. Let's keep it up. Hope I don't fizzle out, because that's the last thing I need is for burnout to start getting me, because that's honestly what makes these streams start coming to an end, is the moment that some kind of really heartbreaking event happens and I just lose the energy and the will to keep on playing this game. That's when the stream loses its entertainment value, because at that point it's like, yeah, no, this guy is dead on the inside. He needs a break. He needs a coffee. He needs to just really lay off. But, alright, cool. Made it past Squawk's Shaft, and that's gonna start Boss 2 real quick. Alright, 5:25, 6, 7, alright. Let's just call it 5:30, that's when we're starting, because, oh, of course, gotta get past the little funny scene where the Kongs have their eyes pop out, or like, oh no, it's a be evil bad. It's an evil haunted sword that shoots fireballs. Oh no, that's spooky. And I threw the cannonball into the magma. Oh, isn't that swell? Come on, hurry up. Get back up here, you. Alright. Now let's get these coins and skadoosh. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. You want this, you want this. Oh, Dixie Kong's the best for this boss fight. Really, really does help things go along speedily. So that's going to be 6:36 to finish Cleaver. Not bad, not bad. And there's the second boss. Alright, on to Boogie Land. You guys know the drill. Quasar Claw, get your clips ready, because we're back in Boogie Land. I'm going to try to see if I can blaze through this as Dixie Kong using that ponytail twirl. Because it is a pretty solid movement option, especially when traversing above some hazardous surfaces. Yep, there we go. This is the spinnable barrels. You know, Quasar Claw sure loves his spin. There we go, keeping up the speed. Alright, nice. Then we get to these amazing barrel cannons. Alright, looks like the party has calmed down a little bit. Ow. And anus is clenched again, fellas. It's that time again. I feel so vulnerable when there's only one Kong. Fortunately, that's the end of the level. Let's see if we can pass geometry again. Oh, the stupid level geometry. Oh, man. I know it sounds like he's taunting my math abilities, but it's like, dude, the level geometry of this game is pure bullshit, especially the sunken ship levels like this one here. Like, you see an even flat surface only for it to get broken up by a freaking steel keg once in a while that just completely throws it off, and sometimes you can get stuck on the level geometry, and then it just, gets all over the place. Then you get stuck, and then you die, and then you curse the world. It's just not a fun time. Go. Alright. Oh! Ooh! I almost fumbled that one, but thankfully my common sense reactivated at just the right time. Ooh! I saw that little spike from the pufferfish earlier. Yeah, that was still active. That was still coming to get me. Oh, man. Glad I was keeping an eye on that one. There we go. Alright, this is the one where I just gotta blaze past this one. Not too fast, though. Don't want to get hit by that. Alright. Hey, look, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, on to Crockhead Clamber. Oh, wait, hold on. This is a Dixie Kong level. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, this is definitely a Dixie Kong level. I'll wait for you to fly down. There we go. We're gonna glide. We're gonna move very swimmingly around this level. Never mind the fact that there's actual water that is unswimmable. Hey, there we go. Alright, I'll wait. I'm starting to gain a little patience, y'all. Don't worry. I'm not super mega ultra anxious about going fast all the time. Unlike in another platformer you're gonna see me play later on the Filthy's Game Corner. Oh no. Oh yeah, got Dixie back. Let's go. Like nothing happened. Let's go. Alright. There we go. Nice. Whew, how quickly I can get my momentum back after making a mistake like that. Thankfully, the Dixie Kong barrel was right there, because if it wasn't, that could have been ugly. That could have started to get ugly, but fortunately, it didn't need to. Now we just go straight into Rattle Battle and hope that the same cheese that got me earlier does not happen again. Alright, and there we go. And a bop. Got you. Alright. Hey, Glazerclaw, I got a good question for you. Since you've seen me stream quite a lot of games now, which Treehouse of Torture, so only counting the challenge runs, which Treehouse of Torture would you say you enjoyed the most? And which one would you say was genuinely the most challenging one? Because there's a little to pull from. There is, of course, the original Cranky's Challenge I did, but then there's also my very first Nuzlocke I did from Fire Red. Or you can even talk about some of the failed challenges, like my Heart Gold Nuzlocke or my Emerald Nuzlocke. Or hell, you can even just pull from one that is currently in progress, like Persona 3. Just curious, you know, which one's your favorite? Alright, you didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing there. There we go. Bam! Gotcha. Alright, you're not getting me this time. No, sir. Ow! Okay, but that one sure got me again. Ooh, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna need a... You know what? I'm not gonna take any chances. There we go. Probably Crankies. Alright. I mean, it was pretty iconic. It was straight from the game. Honestly, this is just the cheap sequel. The cash grab sequel, if you will. It's like, wow, the first one was so successful, we have to make a sequel. You know, that kind of sequel. But, the original Crankies Challenge was definitely a fun ride for sure. I just realized I can get past that Kremlin without trying to hurt him. I believe his name is Cruncha. Uh-oh. I chose the slower climbing Kong. But that's okay, because there's this shortcut here. Hey. Alright, we climb up you, and there we go. Get those nanners. Alright. That's what I love about the... Uh-oh. Ooh, that was smooth. That was a smooth move right there. Oh, okay, I cut that one a little close. Dang, Dixie Kong having slightly slower climbing ability than Diddy usually doesn't really mean a whole lot, but, you know, in this level in particular, you really feel it when, you know, you gotta climb for your life. Alright, here, we're switching to Diddy for this one, because Protection Barrel, or not Barrel, Protection Cannonball. There we go. Bam, bam, and skadoosh. Dang, you know, for as much as I complain about Slime Climb, I've been past this level how many times today? And wow, for some reason it just hasn't really caused me issue. Hell, Bramble Blast has been a bit more of a headache. And I assure you, now that I have said that out loud, the gods of Nintendo are surely gonna punish me for my hubris. Wait, no, why'd I do that? No! There we go. Wait, no, I keep going the wrong way. There we go. Alright. Always follow the bananas, everybody. Follow the bananas. That is always gonna point you the right way in this level. Okay, not the right way. The bananas have warned me. Alright, cool. There we go. And now the bananas have guided me to victory. Woo! Alright. Alright, quick check, everybody. How is y'all doing? I'm seeing a lot of notifications on our Discord. So that means some of y'all are really getting into the clipping. I'm actually switching to Dixie because, yeah, she can skip this. There we go. Alright. Wait, I saw the... Oh, okay, it won't point that way. Right. I keep ignoring my own advice when it comes to this level. Is like, dude, just follow the bananas. It's not that hard. Also me with my stupid brain. Follow the bananas is too hard. Well, apparently not that hard. Because now I made it to Cudgel's Contest. Let's go. Alright, now I just gotta make sure that the shock of his landing doesn't get me. Honestly, this boss fight's not really much to write home about. You just jump, you time your jumps, and you throw a barrel, rinse and repeat. So like that's why there's not really much commentary to this battle, because you look at the previous two, it's like, okay, you got the crow, where you gotta make sure you throw his own eggs back at him. The cleaver is the more interesting one because it's a freaking haunted sword that shoots fireballs. But this one's just a big crocodile with a club. Like, he's a literal reskin of an NPC you see earlier in the game. There we go. Dang, I'm really slowing down, aren't I? Dang, you're still not dead? Good golly, you take a lot of beating before you finally go down. No, I threw it the wrong way! Oh, that's gonna eat some clock. Oh well, that really stunk. That was a really stinky boss fight, but whatever. Got past it. Let's go. Made it back to Crazy Kremland again, at least. That's something to hang my hat on. I believe I've used that phrase before, but you know what? I like having things to hang my hat on. As you can see, I like hats. Alright, well, that didn't work. Alright, cool. Let's get past this. There we go. Had to make sure to roll for that one. Ooh, that was rough. Thankfully, Dixie Kong's game-breaking ability to just defy gravity comes in clutch once again. Hey, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. I hope that's not enough to get me copyright claimed. You know, I hear all this about how Twitch is even worse than YouTube when it comes to copyright infringement and all that. But like, get this. There was a stream I did where I'm not going to tell you which game it was. But, because I want you guys to guess that. No! Oh! Dang it. I lost Spidey. I mean, this level's not impossible without him, but it's definitely a significantly harder experience. Alright, gotta be quick, and there we go. Oh, I remember this one. Yep. Alright, I'll let you throw your little hook boomerang. Bam! Ooh, got a porcupine. Didn't expect him to be the target I would get. Alright, how do I approach this? There we go. And we made it to the spider-free zone because that's the level! Yeah! Alright, on to Target Terror. I must say, not bad. Not bad for this stream that I made it all the way to World 4 twice now. And I know I already made it to World 4 before I said that, but hey, you know, it's good to point that out. Because it's not every day I get to this far into the game. let alone multiple times. But yeah, when I get to Rickety Race again, I seriously need to keep that in mind that, you know, only jump when I have to, because one errant jump is all it takes to end the run. All it takes is just one bad move. And y'all saw the dire consequences of said bad move. Alright, and gotta get that one. Woo! Alright, that is 3 Kong letters. I know the Kong letters aren't really something I should be trying to collect or go out of my way to grab, but it is a good indicator of how far into the level I am, because, you know, it does help keeping a... Oh, almost forgot about that one. It's good keeping a mental note of, you know, my progress in a level, because... Oh, that was too ballsy. That was way too ballsy. I didn't need to do that. But I'm so glad it didn't punish me, because could you imagine if that did get me? Alright, Bramble Scramble. Kinda glad Pochi Mochi doesn't have to relive this traumatic memory of his childhood, because he has actually played this game, but he never beat it. And if you're wondering what was the level that made him give up, you're watching it right now. Actually, it's either this or it's Bramble Blast. I don't remember which Bramble level it was, but definitely not Screech's Sprint, because, you know, that would require you to actually go far in order to have that be your kryptonite. Alright, and there we go. And then this is the part where I start going left, and I spit all the eggs. There we go. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. I just keep spitting eggs because it's like, I don't know when I'm going to run into another... Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have stuck around like that. Alright. Cool. This part where I gotta climb, and there we go. No! No, I moved too soon! No! Oh, man. Damn. God damn it. Oh. That one's on me. That one's on me. I should have waited just a little longer. I was so close to get Dixie Kong back too. Oh man. Well, here goes attempt number 104. Getting further and further, so I'm smelling some progress, but still haven't gotten past World 4. Let's hope maybe attempt number 104 might change that. So 3, 2, 1, let's jam. And not jelly, because, I don't know, jam just rolls off the tongue better. It just sounds better when you say let's jam, because who the fuck says let's jelly? Alright, well, weird-ass tangents aside, guess there's not really much else to talk about while we get past the Warp Barrel worlds, because, well, that's literally the whole point of doing these in the challenge, is just... This is the easy part. This is the quote-unquote walk of shame. This is the part where it's like, yeah, you're playing the easiest levels of the game all over again because you were stupid and made a mistake. So that's the part of the game we're in, fellas. We're in the walk of shame. Worlds 1, 2, and hell, dare I say, even World 3 is now part of that, because I'm starting to see some consistency. I'm starting to consistently get past World 3. Not easily, mind you, but like to the point where I am reaching World 4 more frequently than I used to. Because, like, I hit World 4, what, twice now in this stream alone? So, yeah, that being said, let's go on ahead and hope I can make it to World 5. Good lord, if I make it to World 5 today, that's a win in my book. Like, if I can get past World 4, I believe Rickety Race is as far as I've gotten. I don't think I made it to the second B level. So, yeah, that's why, that's kind of my goal for today. Word of the day, impatience. Oh man, look at Quasar Claw absolutely cooking me with these clip titles. Yeah, that was entirely impatience that got me there. Like, if I just waited a split second longer to start moving to the right, I would have just retrieved Dixie Kong, moved to the left, and I'd be continuing this run right about now. Hell, I might even get past Bramble Scramble, because, I mean, there's still definitely some tough obstacles left in that level, but, you know, having a little more room for error... Oh! Shit, I didn't think that egg was still... Didn't think that egg was still there, but dang. But yeah, I probably would have made it past Bramble Scramble, and I'll be honest, I don't know if... I think that's as far as I go, because Rickety Race is still a level I have never gotten past. Granted, it's a level I've only ever reached once, if I recall correctly. Maybe I've made it to Rickety Race before, but sure as hell never gotten past it. So, yeah, with that, you know... I believe it was Rambi, there was a Rambi level for the... That was the second B level that I needed to do. No! Why didn't it do the roll thing? Oh. I swear, Dixie's roll is definitely a bit more unruly than Diddy's. There we go. At least I didn't die. That's a good thing. Remember, if you don't die, it's a successful level. Like, you succeeded if you're not dead. Alright, cool. Made it to the barrel cannon. God, imagine the frustration that I'm gonna go through if, let's just say, I do end up making it very far on a deep run, only to run out of time. Like, that has never happened to me before. I have never run out of time on any of these challenges. So, if I do get a time up, that would probably hurt more than just dying, because, you know, every time I die, it's like, yeah, I made a mistake, or the level cheesed me and I'm going to rant about it. But to run out of time, that has never happened to me. Like, it almost became a concern. But that was literally on my successful run of Cranky's Challenge. And that's because that was a sluggish run. Like, I have had runs that were way flashier, way cooler on my speedrun ability. Like, this was a sort of sloppy run. But the only reason it stays in the books is because it's the run where I made it to the end. It's the one where I did complete the challenge. I won ugly, but a win is a win. But if you were to combine, let's just say you were to combine some of my better times... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, that happened again. There we go. Yeah, that would definitely result in Like, I could probably even beat Cranky's challenge in like 40-something minutes if, you know, you were to combine my best times ever for each level. Sadly, all that footage is gone. Only the successful run is the only one that I kept around, but... yeah, there were definitely some very speedy, flashy ones I did that just ended in disappointment. But, you know what? That's why I don't fret too much when, you know, I end up having a sloppy run. Like this one, for example, it's like 6:48, that's a little too slow for my liking. But if it gets me across the finish line, then so be it. Not saying this is going to be the run, because, you know, I'm not delusional like a Cowboys fan who thinks that every single attempt at a run is gonna be my year, you know? It's like, I know this run is going to end in death. Like, I'm going to die, I'm going to make a mistake, or the level is going to cheese me. One of those two is going to happen, but the question I'm asking myself is not, can I make it all the way to the end? It's, how far can I go before that happens? You know, if I make it to World 5, and let's just say I die in the haunted roller coaster level, like, that's still gonna be, like, a tough pill to swallow for sure. But, ow. But I'll still consider it a success, if I can get that far today. Alright, and that's another extra life that I'm not going to use. How wonderful! Alright, cool. Made it to this part. I'll be real, it does feel a lot more satisfying playing these levels when I'm in Crazy Kremland. Because once I get that far, that's when the nerves start to pick up, and it's like, hey Nick, you're making kind of a deep run here. You're actually getting pretty far, and that's when it really starts to settle in. Is like, whoa, you're right. I'm actually pretty decently far into the game. But that's also when I start to become more prone to making mistakes. That's the thing that gets me, is the further into the game I go, the more excited I get. But that excitement also puts a high level of pressure on me, because it's like, hey man, you made it this far. Don't mess it up now, or else it goes to waste. Because it doesn't matter how far into the game I go, if I don't cross the finish line, that run is just going to end with me right back into level 1-1 all over again. So that's why I really feel like I shouldn't focus too hard on how far I go, but I can't help myself, alright? When I see lots of progress is made, I just can't help but feel good about myself, thinking, dang, I really did it. And then once I start feeling good about myself, that's when the pressure starts to come in. It's like, hey, you're doing pretty good, but you want to keep doing good. You don't want it to end in a flop. Oh, I saw that spike. I had my eye on that spike the whole time. Don't worry, I wasn't forgetting about it. Now I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with World 3, so this is actually the part where I'm gonna start speeding up a little in World 3. Something I haven't been doing a whole lot lately, because, you know, this is usually the part where I'm, like, super mega cautious. But now I'm starting to gain a little confidence. It's like, yeah, I can consistently get past World 3 now. Like, I've done it twice in one stream, and I'm making a run to make it 3. And chances are I probably am gonna make it 3 unless I do a stupid. Granted, that is very much a possibility, and now that I've said it, it is basically guaranteed now. But, you know what? Sue me! I can have a little self-confidence. That's actually kind of the whole point of this challenge, is to slowly start feeling a little better about how I'm doing in this game. And to really make a deep push the moment I start seeing, hey, it's doable. I can do this. And I just ate a lot of time hitting the target harder than I needed to. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We enter Rattle Battle anyways. Gonna get Dixie Kong back. And this is another level where if I don't mess it up, it should be fine. I know you're probably thinking, when every time I say, oh, if I don't mess it up, I'll be fine. That's like, it feels like a moment where you're gonna say like, yeah, no shit, of course, that's the point. Is that if you don't make mistakes, you're gonna win. You're gonna complete the game in less than within the time limit with only one life. But it's like, no, I can play perfectly and still get cheesed by something out of my control. And I'm not just making excuses for myself. This game does throw a lot of stuff, you know, just to really try to get you off guard. That's kind of the point. You start to figure out what this level does. You start to, or not level, but what this game does. You start to figure out its gimmicks. You start to figure out, you know, how to get past some of its cheaper bag of tricks. And that's what really is going to set you up for success, is once you learn the levels. When you learn how to deal with the bullshit that the game throws at you. Because, I'll be real, Donkey Kong Country as a trilogy is impossible for a first-time gamer who's never played this game before to not die. Like, if you're new to Donkey Kong, you have never played a Donkey Kong Country game before, you're going to die a lot in this game. Because that's the way the game was designed, is so that it's trial and error. You go in there, that's why the game gives you lots of lives, too. That's something I don't really talk too much about, because... Oh god! No! No! Start climbing! Start climbing! No! And there's my first ever death in Slime Climb for today. Damn. You really do be like that. Also, I apologize if you guys are hearing background noise, because the thing is, I have really shitty neighbors. That's basically all that needs to be said. Like, that's basically all the explanation, is just, I have shitty neighbors, so if you do hear some background noise, some thumping, some loudness going on that is outside of, you know, me talking and screaming, yeah, I apologize for that. But, alright, well, that's gonna bring number 105. Let's go, attempt number 105. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Well, we're back on the Walk of Shame, and once again, Boogie Land has claimed yet another victim. This time, a first-timer for the summer, which is Slime Climb, a level that I've complained about in the past, but it hasn't gotten me until now. So, you know what? Now you see why I despise this level. It's you make one mistake, and the game finds a slow and painful way to torture you to death. It's like, you could just fall into a death pit in any other level and you just instantly die. But this level, no. We gotta draw it out. First, you take damage as Diddy. Dixie falls into the water. The water is slowly rising. And you see that piranha that is an invincible enemy, might I add, is just waiting for your invincibility to wear off. So that it can bite you the moment you're still stuck in the water. So from the time you have your hit invulnerability, once that wears off, you have until then to get the hell out of the water. But that's the thing. You just took damage. You just got hit. So you're panicking. You're in a panic state. And when you're panicking like that, you can't think straight, and getting out of the water is just so much harder when you don't got your head on right. And that's the way this level gets you. It makes you panic, and then when you take that second hit that ends up finishing you off, you feel bad about yourself. That it's like, if I thought straight, it's pretty simple to get out of the water. You just swim up to the surface and jump. It's not that hard, but because you're so scared because you just got hit and you are going to get hit again if you don't get out of the rising sea level, then that's it. That's your run. Your run just ends. There we go. One more hit. Come on. I just realized I'm not really that far behind. There we go. 249. Not the best, but especially since I have to retrieve Diddy Kong too, so that's rough. Incoming Quasar Claw with the "That's rough, buddy" quote. Yeah, go jump in the lava, you stupid croco. Alright, and there we go. Alright, cool, made it. Alright, not much to write home about, but hey, we got 3 viewers in here. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying the tail end of this stream. I know it's only 9 something, but as is the rule when it comes to this challenge in particular, is that after 10 p.m. I will not start a new run. So if we make it to 10 p.m. or past 10 p.m., then I'm not starting a new run after that. Which is also why I decided to just make Treehouse of Torture 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. Not just to help out with, to those who might be living on the East Coast or any other time zone where, 8 p.m. Pacific time is a much less forgiving time slot for the stream. But it also just allows for more attempts. Not so much to where it will end up, making things a bit too long to where the burnout will start to set in. Because I'll be real with you, I don't feel the burnout yet. And I've had some heartbreaking losses so far today. Namely the Century Run, the one where I was in Rickety Race and made an unfortunate jump there. And, of course, there was also word of the day, impatience. That's another heartbreaking loss right there. And yet, I'm still not feeling too burnt out, but give it another hour and I'll definitely, start clamming up and, well, that's just not fun anymore, so. I think 7 p.m. is the perfect time for me to host my stream. And I'll be sure that, once 10 p.m. strikes, I won't begin any new attempts after that. Because assume the clock strikes 10 p.m. and I'm about to begin a new run. Let's just say it ends up being the one. As far-fetched of a possibility as that is, I do have to take into account that my chances of it actually being the run is slim, but not zero. And because of that, if let's just say I do the run and I take the max amount of time that a run can possibly be, which is of course the time limit itself, an hour 15 minutes, an hour 15 minutes past 10 p.m., that's 11:15. That's way later than I usually like to end my streams, especially the nighttime ones. Like, I usually, my nighttime streams, I want it to be over at 10 p.m. or a little past 10 p.m. So that's why I do things the way I do, because I don't like streaming too late, because like I said, I live in an apartment, so if I start spouting and screaming for too long, yeah, the noise complaints will definitely start flooding in if I do keep this up. So, yeah, just a little insight as to why I schedule things the way I do. Is it necessary for you guys to know? Not really, but I mean, what the hell else am I going to talk about while I'm doing this speed run? I mean, you watch most speedrunners when they stream their attempts at, beating a game. Usually they're dead quiet unless there's a part of the game that allows them to not really need to focus too much, because like when you're going speedrun, especially if a world record is your goal, if a world record is your goal, then you have to be perfect. You can't afford human error. So sadly, the entertainment value of the stream will take an absolute nosedive, all for the sake of, the quality of the gameplay. It becomes a question of what kind of balance do you want? Do you sacrifice gameplay for entertainment value? It's also why I added an extra 15 minutes to this challenge, because I probably could, make this just a simple copy-paste of the first challenge where it's 1 hour instead of an hour 15 minutes. But that would require far more concentration, far less room for error, and it might end up being so much so to the extreme that it just makes the stream unfun. It makes the stream really just all about the gameplay itself. And that's fine. I'm not going to discredit those types of streams. But, with my lack of following, as well as the simple fact that I'm not skilled enough to really pull off something like that. Like, if I was good enough at this game to be contending for a world record, then believe me, I would definitely shift focus to that. But if I can't even come close to that level of skill, then my best way of compensating for it is... No! Okay, that one sucked. Well, it's 9:58, so it's technically still before 10 p.m. Oh, shit. There you go. It's still before 10 p.m., so this is going to be the last run of the day, barring an instant loss. So it is currently 9:58, everybody. So let's go ahead and begin the final of the day. This is going to be attempt number 106. So let's get it going, fellas. Century run has come and gone. Now the dual century, or the double century, is the next milestone, I guess, which is, of course, going to be number 200. I don't know how many attempts it's going to take to actually beat this challenge, but let's go ahead and begin the final of the day. 3, 2, 1, 06. Quasarclaw's favorite Sonic game. 6? Hey, 6-Shot Eagle, welcome aboard. Yep, this is the 106th attempt. Let's hope this one goes better than the others, because boy, do I need something like this. I could really use something good to lift my spirits. Then again, my next stream is going to be Banjo-Tooie, and at the point where I am in the game, I don't think there's anything particularly super torturous that I have to, you know, worry about. So, honestly, I don't see another stressful stream coming until my next Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. Joke's on you, I haven't played 06. That's a load of cap and you know it. I'm calling BS to Quasarclaw. I know you've played every Sonic game ever. Even the Sega Master System games. So, or not Master System. It was the whatchamacallit. No, seriously, I never played 06. Really? Huh. For how much you like to joke about it, I'm surprised. Oh well, at least you played the other really shitty Sonic game, which is the one made by literally Phaeton, or Big Red Button, but what's the difference? Oh, man. Oh, god dang it. It happened again. Or I replay the level that I've already beaten, and that's gonna that's gonna add more unnecessary time. Alright, give it your... Come on, put them up. I want to play 06. It's like one of those where it's like, you gotta try it. You gotta see what all the hype, all the buzz is all about. Come on, give me something good. There we go. Give me another something good. Come on, come on. Give it to me. Let's go! 243 Crow. Not too bad, not too bad. Did pretty decently on this one. Alright, back into Crocodile Cauldron once more. Not like that's really much of a big deal, but, you know, this is the last run of the day, so, you know, any progress is welcome. I'll be honest though, Quasar, I know we dunk on you a lot for your Sonic fandom, but at the end of the day, there are some games out there where they get a lot of negative reception, especially, you know, if it's a game from a franchise you love and hold dear to you. You hear a lot of negative reception about a game, and it just gives you this negative idea, but then the moment you try it, the moment you actually play the game and try it out for yourself and formulate your own opinion, you start to realize maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not as bad as the internet wants me to think. A prime example of that happening to me recently is Donkey Kong 64. I never played the game growing up as a kid. It's a game I actually haven't played until after I announced it was going to be on Treehouse of Torture. So, if it weren't for my Twitch channel, I would have never played that game of Donkey Kong 64. And my reception of that game was simply just a regurgitated version of what just about everyone on the internet says. It's like, oh, there's too much stuff to collect. It's like, this game killed collectathons as a genre. Yada yada. Never mind the fact that another masterpiece collectathon in Banjo-Tooie would come right after that. But yeah, this killed the collectathon. And it's like, gee, that's a little harsh to be talking about a game, and especially since it's a Donkey Kong game, I don't want to, have it in the conscience of my mind that, hey, listen, you call yourself Filthy Kong, you call yourself the Donkey Kong enthusiast, and yet you've never even tried DK64? Like, it feels like I'm doing a disservice to a franchise I hold dear to me. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll play it. But before I stream it, I want to do my own 100% run, completely off camera, just to really get a feel for what I am going to get myself into. And lo and behold, I ended up loving the game. I didn't just like Donkey Kong 64, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Is it a flawed game? Absolutely. And those flaws were front and center yesterday. Baffling design choices. Cute little Easter eggs that... A cute little Easter egg that is taken to... Are you kidding me? What the hell kind of hitbox is that? And just like that, didn't make it past Cleaver's kiln. Well, that's about a Filthy Kong way to end a stream now, isn't it? Well, that is going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, come on, you goddamn transition. Don't fail on me now. Sorry about that, fellas. I hope there wasn't any audio, at least, on that stupid stinger. This is why I muted the audio on the file. I hope that muting the file helped, because, yeah, that was ugly. But anyways, so yeah, that's going to do it for Filthy's Hardcore Conquest. I like the way I have my stream scheduled. Basically, the way I have it scheduled... Actually, let me go into the schedule so I can show you guys. So you guys just watched Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, or as I call it, Filthy's Hardcore Conquest. So as you can see on the screen, so I got my Monday Treehouse of Torture during the day, which is Donkey Kong 64, and I got 2 nighttime Treehouses. And if you noticed, every week, the daytime ones are basically set in stone. Monday is always going to be Donkey Kong 64. Thursday is always going to be Banjo-Tooie. Friday is always going to be Final Fantasy. But the 2 nighttime ones are the ones that have been changing. Those are the ones that change every week. But it's actually a cycle. As you see, currently what's on Tuesday, which was today, Donkey Kong Country 2, is going to move over to Saturday next week. Pokemon Platinum was originally Saturday this week, so Pokemon Platinum takes the day off, or takes the week off next week. And then, if you notice, there's one Treehouse of Torture that isn't scheduled for this week at all, and that is, you guessed it, Persona 3 Portable, which will return next Tuesday. So it's a cycle. There's 3 Treehouses and 2 slots for them to be in. So you got Donkey Kong Country 2, Pokemon Platinum, and Persona 3 Portable to fit into 2 time slots, Tuesday night at 7 and Saturday night at 7. BS Boss Cheese. Yep, Quasar, that was some BS Boss Cheese indeed. So, yeah, that is the way my schedule is formatted, so I'll be honest with you, probably not going to need to really, like, if you guys really keep up with my schedule, you're probably not going to need me to post every single Monday, but I do anyway, or not Monday, every Sunday night, but I will do that anyways, because, you know, there's always going to be new viewers, there's always going to be some people just scrolling through Twitter, and then they find Pink Titans fan monkey, and are going to be like, wonder what he's all about. Calls himself a Twitch streamer, I see his schedule, I'll go ahead and check him out. So, this is a great catalog, a great way for you guys to know what's coming up. So, that's why I make these schedules, and for those of you who are, you know, regular viewers who are showing up every day that I'm online, that's basically how the schedule is formatted. So Monday, Thursday, Friday afternoons are all set in stone. DK64, Banjo-Tooie, Final Fantasy VII, and then you look at Tuesday and Saturday. It's going to be either one of the 3. It's going to be Donkey Kong Country 2, or it's going to be Pokemon Platinum. So a game is going to show up 2 weeks in a row, and then take the week off after that. That's how we roll around here. But that being said, there's still 2 more schedules to look at. So then we got Pochi Mochi 24, who's going to be playing Metroid Prime Remastered all day Wednesday. 2 streams, one from 3 to 5, and one from 6 to 9. All times are Pacific Daylight Time. So do the calculations necessary if you're not living in that time zone. Then, Saturday afternoon from 3 to 6, I'm going to be on Pochi Mochi's channel. We're going to be playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Last time we left off, we started picking up the speed, started slaying monsters left and right. Rathian, Lagiacrus, none of them were safe from my hammer and Pochi's bowgun. So now, we made it to Hunter Rank 2. What does the game have in store for us this time, I wonder? And what new tricks might we have up our sleeves? Because remember, Pochi Mochi and I are what we are calling the Hell Hunters. For real! Those of you who are unaware, in the Monster Hunter series, there's a recurring pair of NPCs called the Hell Hunters that call themselves the top shit, the best, strongest hunters in the game. But then, the moment where it's time for them to actually show off, alright, here's a Fatalis, or here's a Tiger X, a Molten Tiger X, or here's something super strong and hard that's threatening the village, they find some sort of excuse to make the player have to deal with that instead. So, here Pochi and I are basically the real Hell Hunters. We're the actual badasses that are gonna team up and slay every single monster this game has to throw at us. But anywho, after that, we got Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the game series where Pochi Mochi allows the viewers to decide where he goes next. So if you want to be part of the adventure, tune in to Pochi Mochi's channel. Totally an idea that was not ripped off from another member of the crew. Now then, speaking of another member of the crew who has nothing to do with, you know, a story-driven game series where he lets the viewers decide, he's gonna be playing Far Cry 2 for 2 nights straight, starting Thursday and Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Also, if you missed it, he has also played Empire Total War on Monday night, and earlier today, he also played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He's doing a little bit of half and half with his Modern Warfare 2 series. He's going to be doing a little bit of online gaming to show off his skill, or lack thereof, and then he's going to do a little bit of the story, because, yes, Call of Duty games do have stories to them, and hell, they're actually pretty good. So, go ahead and show up to Six Shots channel once he starts going live with Far Cry 2, Thursday and Friday nights. So then that leaves us with the full schedule here. You just finished watching Donkey Kong Country 2, so tomorrow I take the day off. Then I'll be back Thursday and Friday afternoons for some Banjo-Tooie and Final Fantasy VII. Saturday I'm here all day. Daytime on Pochi's channel, nighttime on my own channel. And if you're wondering about the other fellas in the Filthy Crew, here's all their stream times. Now then, that is going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to give a few shout-outs. First up, want to say big shout-out to Thomas Tebow 1986 for the past, what now? Is it? Yeah, I have it here on my Streamlabs. For the past 3 Donkey Kong related streams, he has been rating my channel. So big shout out to Thomas Tebow 1986. I know it's only a rate of 1, but listen, when you bring vibes that good to my channel, I gotta give you a shout out. So gotta give a big shout out to you, Pochi Mochi and Six Shot Eagle, my fellow crew members, always here to support. But then I also want to thank Quinny the Gamer 1991. Not every day we see him show up here, but when he does, he makes sure to bring a raid of 4 and bring in the Hakuna Matata vibes every time. It's like, having one raider show up and, you know, bring some good energy is already welcome to my stream. But to have 2 raids happen today, I gotta say, that really helped keep my energy going, and I gotta say, that really made this quite the fun show to do for you guys. And last but certainly not least, I want to give a big shout out to Quasar Claw, the guy who's been clipping my content quite a lot, and it's through his work of clipping that really helps preserve my older streams, as well as, of course, making it easier for me to make content for you fellas on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Speaking of which, I now have a TikTok account where I will be posting the same short format videos that you see on YouTube Shorts. All 5 videos on my YouTube Shorts so far are also on TikTok, so whichever platform you prefer to get your vertical shorthand content, go ahead and give me a follow there. But that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow all day at Pochi Mochi's channel for some Legend of Zelda. Good night, everybody.